Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, it's Friday night. Yay! It seems like we were just here. So my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party, and we are doing Nosey Gnome. He's back, Easter edition. So he's so cute, right? Hanging out, chilling. He fell asleep. He was hunting eggs real hard. So my name is, did I say this? Eve, Eve's Creations Paint Party. I might have said it already. Anyway, say hello, hello, hello. If you're painting with me tonight, let me know if anyone's painting with me tonight. And of course, we have to give props to you know who. There he is, the man of the hour. You never know when Butters might be chiming in, so we got to say hello, 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 hello. Alright, let me show you my handy dandy table. So right before I popped on, I went to pour my colors, and they went everywhere. So anyway, there's my palette. White, yellow, blue, red, black, same colors, every single party. Weapons this evening, Big Boy, he is a 1-inch flat. We've got Tiny, he is a small round for details. Mini-Me's in the house, looks just like Big Boy, he's a small shader. Put those in your cup when you need to clean them. I'll tell you when. Swirl, tap, dab on your paper towel. You want your to be wet but not dripping. Of course, I have my Java. All good stuff. Let me show you the evidence of my paint squirting everywhere. So it went there. It went in my basket. It went all over my arm. I look like a murder victim. All that good stuff. Hello, 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 Tina B. How you doing? Hello, Franklin. How you doing, love? So, like I said, we love to do roll call here. So let me know if you're painting along with me. All right. We'll get those things started. We'll get that list started. And let me show you my mess. I have an art show tomorrow. So, all these cases are all filled with art. See, look at all that. So, art show tomorrow. Strand Theater in Lakewood, 12 to 5, I think. So, you know, if you're not doing anything and you're local in New Jersey, come and hang out with us tomorrow. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. Poetry, music, art, great time. Donna's a watcher tonight. Hello, 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 Donna. How you doing, sweetheart? So we got all sorts. We got watchers, creepers, painters. Okay, some people paint along, some people watch, paint it later because replays are always available. And some people just hang out in the background, don't say a thing. So you're our little creepers, but we still love you. All right, so I'm going to put you in a handy dandy holder so you can check out. I can't show you both at once, so if you need a reference, take a screenshot, please. I will reference it, but I can't show it to you while doing the painting. I am working on a 16 by 20 canvas. I'm holding it 16 this way, 20 across. If you're working on something a little different, that is fine. As long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I am in, you will be fine. Donna's doing great. Glad to hear it, sweetheart. Glad to hear it. So, right? Friday, Easter on Sunday. All of that good stuff. We're going to get started. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing, sweetheart? Up, prayers to Carolyn. Carolyn needs some prayers. She's got something going on. Yuck. Eyes. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That's awful, Carolyn. Well, I hope that heals up really fast for you. Oh, just a reminder, all my videos are kid-friendly, so I'm going to try to watch this thing. You guys try to watch your comment. I still didn't get stars to work. I don't know what's going on, but for tips, the PayPal link should be posted. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, the links are on my event page, on my business page. So thank you to all who send support. I did not forget about you with the nifties going out. I've just been busy. My sister's moving. So I got you. Right, so if you want your free nifties to go along with your support, just make sure I get your address. Private message it, though. Do not post it publicly. Please. Please do not post it publicly. All right, so we're going to get started with this guy. He's so cute. I can't stand it. He's so adorable. He's like the most adorable one yet, I think. So we did Nosey Gnome back in... I had to lower the music. I feel like I'm shouting. We did Nosey Gnome back in the fall. And everybody fell in love with them. So we've been doing Nosey Gnomes every holiday. We have Thanksgiving one, a Christmas one. We have Valentine's one, a St. Patty's one. And now we've got our Mr. Easter one. And I know this is an egg. You know, I'm not perfect either. Kind of looks like a loaf of bread. I'm going to show you how to paint it looking more like an egg tonight, okay? So, no worries there. Hey, you know what? It's all right. I'm human too, guys. You know what I mean? I just had a little bit too much fun. You know the saying, the more you play with it, the bigger it gets. So my little egg wound up getting bigger and bigger and bigger because I kept messing with it. Anyway, he's super, super cute. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's my own little thing. You know, we're always our hardest critics. So, but we're going to make this a little more egg-shaped tonight because I noticed that as I was setting up. All right, let's get started. Oh, it's the blank canvas. It's so scary. It's so scary, but we're going to hit it with our paint, and it's all going to be okay. Yes, it is. Yes. So, got my Java. Cheers to everyone. Looks like a small group tonight. That's okay. I guess everybody's busy with Easter preparation. So, Tuesday, we did our object and then our background. And I did that. I'm not a fan of doing that. But I did that so those of you that may do other videos, you know the process behind it. So you don't see your brush strokes going around the object. But we're going to go back to Eve's creation style. And we're going to do our background first. So you just want to put green. That's all you want to do. If you want to do a little blue up here, you can do a little blue up here. So let's do that. I'm going to grab white. And I'm going to grab blue with Big Boy, and I'm just going to put a little bit of blue up here. It is peeking through the original here, there, in certain spots. I don't know if you guys saw it because I mainly filled it up all with grass, but see, there's little peaks of it in there. So we're going to do a little bit of blue on top. If you just want to do the green, then just do the green. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that it's a nice, thin, flat layer. Okay, so take your brush and you smooth it out, all right? Because you don't want this going on thick, because if you paint this too thick, it's never going to dry, and then you're never going to be able to put your, I got a clump of something there. You're never going to be able to put your objects on top of it. So we want this nice and thin. Nice and thin, guys. Hi, Diane. The blue thing on the gnome's face is an egg. You just missed it about 2 seconds ago, Diane. I discussed how you know, the more that you play with it, the bigger it gets. So it, well, it's supposed to be an egg. So we're going to paint it as an egg tonight. I said it looks kind of like a loaf of bread. But he fell asleep on his Easter egg that he found. That is the point of the painting. So we're going to paint that a little more egg-like tonight. So no, it's not a Band-Aid. Somebody said it looked like a loaf of bread. Yeah, so, you know, I'm not perfect. I screw up sometimes. But it's okay, because it's still adorable. The painting's still adorable. All right, once I have that little bit of blue up there, now I'm just going to grab yellow, blue, and white. And we're going to fill, oop, way too much blue. See how dark that is? We don't want it that dark. So more white, more yellow. More white, more yellow. There we go. There it is. There it is. And I'm just going to, you know, it doesn't matter how this looks up top. We're going to cover it with blades of grass. So I am just going to pull my brush along the green and the blue here. I'm just going to pull it along to soften it out. So I'm just pulling my brush between the two colors and just softening that line out. That's all. So we're filling in the rest with green. Whatever shade of green you want. Lighter is better because we are putting things on top of it. So if you go too dark, it's going to take you a big effort to cover it up. Okay? So, hello, Kelly. How you doing, sweetheart? Again, too much glue. You've been so busy here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing. I'm so sorry about your fur, baby. Comforting wishes your way, sweetie. So, yeah, fur babies are the worst. I mean, I hate to say it, but losing a pet to me, I think, is sometimes worse than losing a human. Yeah, I said it. I know. But it's the truth, because they definitely steal our hearts. That's for sure. I don't know why I'm grabbing so much extra blue paint tonight, but I'm just adding more yellow and more white. And notice I'm pulling this nice and thin as you could possibly get it, guys. As thin as you could possibly get it, because we want this to dry. We want this to dry so we could put stuff on top of it. I make you smile. Well, I try to have fun here. You know, we all have our own stuff going on, but, you know, when we hang out together as a fam, it's all about love and support and helping each other, and you guys are my peeps. That's why I call you my fam. And, you know, we just hang out, have fun, and paint, right? What better way to end your week? Seriously, what better way to end your week? I am making a mess out of my palette, and that's okay. I think it's going to be one of those nights, guys, so hold on. We're in for a ride tonight. My palette's already messed. The paint squirted everywhere. I got, Nosey Gnome has a Band-Aid on for somehow, Diane said it looked like a Band-Aid. Right? We're trying to paint eggs. Oh, look at it. My palette started off a mess, and now I'm just making a bigger mess between my blue and my yellow and my white. You know, you really want to try not to kerplunk in the middle of your paints, but, you know, you want to try to grab from the side so you don't waste all the paint, but I'm kerplunking tonight. It's a kerplunk kind of night. That's all there is to it. It is a kerplunk kind of evening. So, and we're going to be using a lot of green later, so it's okay. It's alright if my white and my blue are all kerplunk together. It's okay. It works. This is like, I'm trying to get this background on. This is like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm like, geez, can I just get the green paint on the canvas, please? Please! Can we just get the background painted? Woo! Got it. Alright, so yeah, see, I made a mess. See, my kerplunking, but that's okay. That's alright. Background is done. Oh, we got the background. Woo! So, what are you gonna do? Anyway, I've had a lot going on this week, so and then I have a show tomorrow. I showed all you guys the mess I'm sitting on, and I have to pack the car, and I got to do all this stuff. So we're just gonna keep it light and fun tonight, because if I try to get too serious, the frustration is just gonna come through. You know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes, you know, we have all this stuff going on in our lives, and it just stacks. Like I talked it like it's dominoes. It just stacks one on top of each other, you know, one next to each other. Like, this will happen, we're good. This will happen, we're good. This will happen, we're good. And then all of a sudden, you know, like we spill the milk and all the dominoes fall down and we're freaking out over milk being spilt. But it's not really just the milk. It's all those things that happen through the day building up. So I try to learn to, like, when something does happen, to really make sure that I'm okay with it. And then I can move on and it's not still sitting there stacked. So, because if that was the case, when I poured the paint and it squirted all over everywhere, this video would have never happened. I would have lost it. So sometimes you got to kind of take that woosah moment that I always say. Woosah it out. Woosah it out. And, you know, because life, sometimes stuff happens in life that's not so great. So I want to show you my shirt, right? We got a new painting shirt because this is, I got this on the cruise. This was the Caribbean islands. Well, I spilt coffee on it. I added an extra island. I added an extra island to the Caribbean here with my big old coffee stain. So now we got a new painting shirt. And, oh, you guys heard it here first. I'm going to have merch. I'm going to do merchandise. I'm going to do merchandise. I'm going to turn around and create, shirts for us. And I already have bags. I have bags too. I have canvas bags that I'm selling. They are because they're getting rid of all the plastic bags in the world, and I'm going to be working on this. Is so preliminary. I literally just wrote the idea down tonight. So this is like super duper preliminary. Like I'm giving you guys I'm telling you to make sure I do it. But I just wrote down the idea tonight and what I want to do and how I want to do it. So we're gonna have our own Ease Creations family shirts. It's gonna be fun, right? That you can use and you can paint and you can get them all mucked up and they're gonna be amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited that idea flew past my brain and I actually wrote it down. All right. Roll call small. It's just a handful of us tonight, guys, which is fine by me. So we have Tina B is here. Yes, she was the first one on. Hello. You're first, my love. And we have Franklin said hello. Donna is here. She's got a little bit of an eye infection, so let's send prayers out to her. We've got Carolyn and Diane, and Kelly's hanging out with us. Kelly, you want a shirt? Oh, I got to write that down, too. So I've been writing down all of my sayings. I got to write down ketchup, mustard. I got to write down ketchup, mustard. So I've been writing all my sayings down that we do in the videos. So, I can turn around and do all the shirts with the sayings. So, yeah, I literally just wrote ketchup, mustard, and then drew a little hamburger next to it. Hello, Judy. Welcome to the fam, sweetheart. Everybody say hello to Judy. Yes. Yep. Oh, yeah. So this is... Yeah, so now that it's out there, and I made it public, now I have to follow through with doing it. Right, it's out there. It's in the universe now. So, I'm just jibber-jabbing because I'm waiting for this paint to dry. Honestly, we're going to do our nosy gnome shape. Write down, swirl, tap that. Hi, Punky. How you doing, sweetheart? You're being a watcher tonight? That's fine. Write down, swirl, tap, dab. That's permanently stuck in your mind. Okay, Carolyn. I'm going to write that down, too. So we got swirl, tap, dab. We got, oh, this is fun. We've got ketchup, mustard. I was going to write, I was going to do a shirts that say zigzag zoom, but one shirt has zig. One shirt has zag and one shirt has zoom on it. Show me the money. You've been saying that in your paint nights. Oh, I'm glad that trick is helping you, sweetheart. Show me the money. I forgot about that one. Show me the money. Yes. And zigzag, zoom, and swoosh. Swoosh. We got to do swoosh. You're right. We just swoosh. Is it swoosh that I say? What do I say? Swoop. Don't I say swoop? Is it swoosh or swoop? I don't know. Swoop? It's swoop. Okay, that's what I thought I said. Swoop. 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 There it is. I don't know how to spell swoop. Alright, guys. I'm writing it all down. You guys are amazing. I say swoop, right? There's an H in there. Alright, let me try to spell swoop one more time. All right, I got it. Swoop. So this is fun, but I should paint, right? So, all right, big boy. 6,000%. There you go. There you go. That's right. 6,000%. Yes. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. I forget half this stuff that comes out of my mouth. All right, I'm Swirl Tap Dab and Big Boy here. Oh, I gotta swirl them a lot. The more you swirl, the cleaner it gets. Oh, there's another one. The more you swirl, the cleaner it gets. I haven't said that one in a while. The more you swirl, the cleaner it gets. Gotta write that one down. Boy, roll call! Roll call! Wow, I'm gonna have like 105 shirts. Alright, we're Swirl Tap Dab and Big Boy here. Roll call! Oh, it's tree time. You know what time it is. Tree time. We're not doing a tree tonight, but be careful. This is being recorded to use against you in a court of law. Well, I don't think anybody else says what I say, and if anyone's going to steal it, which people have stolen my teaching style and have taken my sayings, and you know, it's public domain, so anybody could take whatever they want. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Hi, Donna. How you doing, sweetheart? There's another Donna in the house. Hello, 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 Donna. How you doing? All right, so I'm going to grab clean white paint, and we're going to use Big Boy, and we're going to map out our Nosey Gnome shape. So I got to grab clean white paint since I was kerplunking. Hello, 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 Donna. Welcome to the fam. Okay, so trying to get Big Boy clean here. All right, so white paint, clean white paint. Okay, and you're going to split your canvas in half. So Nosey Gnome's face is this half, his body is that half. Okay, so you're going to find your center. Everybody find your center. Find your center, because we're going to split him in half. Okay, so find your center. Whew. Alright, center found. Okay, so you're going to come from your center, and you're going to do a swoop this way. That's his little badonkadonk. That's his badonkadonk hanging out there. And when you come in this way, you want to leave room for his shoe. Okay? You want to leave room for his shoe right here. Alright, so don't swoop it all the way to the end. Don't swoop it all the way to the edge. And if you went a little happy with your swoop, if he's got a big old badonkadonk, then we could fix it later. Okay, that's the point of mapping. Alright, then you're going to turn around, and you have a leg piece like this, then it curves to his knee, and it comes out that way. Alright, and then you're going to put a line here. Okay, so that's how you do that. Alright, fill it in. Now, my background is not drawing for anything tonight, which is what it's going to do. That's okay. I just have to hit it with more white later. Now, think about what you want to do. Think about what color you want your eggs to be. Think about what designs are you going to put on them. What color are you going to make Nosey Gnome's outfit? You know what I mean? All that happy stuff. You know, you want to think about those things. So this way, you know how much you have to map. You know how much you have to block out and make sure it's all white. Right? My Nosey Gnome, because I'm insane, is wearing yellow. So you know, on that original, I probably did about 3 to 4 coats of white to make sure that my yellow is nice and bright. Okay, so you got to make sure you pay attention to those things. Alright, so we're hitting the halfway mark. So now, on the other side here, we're going to do his we're going to do his head. All right, so we're going to turn around, and right over here, you're going to leave a little space for his arm. So his arm is going to come out this way. Shoop. There's his arm. All right, so there is his arm. Looks like a eggplant. Kind of looks like an eggplant, right? So you want to make sure that you have his arm in there. And now we're going to do his head, right, which is just a circle. So we're going to do parentheses and a parentheses. Parentheses and a parentheses. Leave some room over here for his other arm, okay, guys? Leave some room over here for his other arm. All right, guys. And if you're messing this up and not filling it in the way you need to, if your stuff is kind of too big or too small, that's why we're mapping. You could always fix it. You could always fix it later. Okay? This is why we map. So then if you screw it up, if you screw something up, you can always just kind of draw it in for yourself. Like I'm going to make this an upside down U. You can always just draw in how it's supposed to be on top of it. Okay, so if I make this an upside down U, I'm just drawing it in how it's supposed to be on top of it. So no worries if you screw it up. Just draw it in the way it should be, and then you can cover it up later. All right, then we need his other arm coming around this way. Okay, so his other arm is coming around from the side of his head. Okay, and we're not worried about where it attaches, because his hair is going to be on either side here. So does it look weird that his arm's coming out the side of his head? Absolutely. Are we worrying about it? No, because his hair is going to be covering it. All right, and more white paint, and we're going to add his hat in. All right, so we're going to start over here. We're going to do a little curl around, and we're going to shoot. There's his hat. Oh, yeah, Nosey Gnome's got a hat. That's right. He's got a hat. And we're going to give it a little... I didn't put anything on the end of his hat this time. Usually I do. We're going to swoop this up this way. Right? And you want to make sure those two bubbles are kind of on the side at the same spot. And swoop it around and give it a little bubble. And there you go. Okay? And we have his hat. His hat is officially in place. Yes, his hat is officially in place. There we go. There it is. Swoop. There it is. Swoop. There it is. Alright, so give you guys a chance to catch up mustard with all of your shapes. And if you ever have any questions, 6,000% ask me. That's what I'm here for. Alright, this is your painting session, so ask me any questions that you might have. It's all good. That's why we do this, so you guys can learn. I made his hat a little different. Actually, his hat in the original actually swoops in this way and out like that. There we go. That's better. It was looking a little weird the other way. And then this piece is going to come over further like that. Alright, that's much better. The other way was looking, a little different. There we go. That's much better. Alright, there we go. There. Alright, now it's looking better. So, alright, let me do some roll call here. So, I got my whole list of sayings that you guys said, which is amazing. We have Tina B and Franklin and Donna and Carolyn, Diane, Kelly, Judy, Punky, and Donna. We got 2 Donnas in the house. Oh, yeah. Cheers, everybody. All right, so I'm going to fix his arm. Oh, I like it a lot. There you go, Punky. I like it a lot. I don't know if I can do that one. That's from a movie that I saw. But I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. I have to look up all the rules. Alright, because there's always rules to stuff. I'm going to fix his arm right here. There we go. And so I'm just grabbing some more white paint since this already dried up. And I'm kind of just schmoozing the different things here on the parts that are already dried up, which isn't that many. I don't know why my paint's not drying tonight. It just does not want to dry. Yes, Callie, that's where I stole it from. You got that right. All right, so how to paint an egg. I'm going to show you guys how to paint an egg, right? So it looks like an egg. All right, I need more white paint first, though. All right, let me grab some more white paint. I'm like zigzag zooming between all this stuff that's out for my show tomorrow. So I'm going to show you guys how to paint an egg so it looks like an egg. Unlike the egg under Nosey Gnome's nose. Oh, there we go. See, Kelly found my loophole. You're always so good. You're good for that, Kelly. You found my loophole. All right, white paint. How to paint an egg. All right, so there's an egg in this corner. And when you paint an egg, you want to do a line. You want to do a line. The angle the egg's going to be. Okay, so this egg is angling up. So you want to do a line. The angle the egg's going to be. And then you want to do a long line and then a short line. And then when you swoop this around, it's going to be the shape of an egg. Okay? So we didn't do the egg under his nose yet because it's not dry yet. But that is how you paint an egg to get the shape of an egg. And then, of course, as you fill it in, you could always adjust and fix accordingly. All right, now the other egg is in this corner coming off of the canvas. So again, I'm going to do a line. The angle I want the egg, and I want this straight across. And I'm going to do a long line and a short line like that. And then I'm going to connect them. And you will get the shape of an egg. Okay, so my eggs never really come out that good. I don't know why. I always wind up playing with it, and then they wind up being like loaves of bread instead. I don't know why that is. It just is what it is, but that's okay. I'm not going to stress it. Alright, so there's another egg up here in the corner. Angling down. So we'll put our angle down. And we're going to do our long line, which is going to be off the canvas, and our short line. And then you want to connect it. Doop. And doop. Like that. And fill it in. And as you're filling it in, if you need to fix it, then you can fix it. Okay, so there's another egg. And think to yourselves, you know, what designs do I want to put on my eggs? What am I going to do? The other one is up here. Okay. And that's coming in on the canvas a little bit and angling down. And then I'm going to do my short line. My long line's kind of off of the canvas, and then attach it. There we go. And fill it in. There we go. See, the more I play with it, the bigger it's getting. You see that? You see that? See? What I say is true. Alright, so there's our 4 eggs. And then Nosey Gnome is holding an egg. And we're going to try to make this one he's holding actually look like an egg. And not, like Diane said, a Band-Aid or a loaf of bread. Like the original. See the original? See my egg? That's because I kept playing with it. See what happened? It's alright. It's still adorable. I can take it. I'll take it. But that's what happened to my egg. Alright? So we're going to try to actually paint it so it looks like an egg. And not Diane. I think Diane called it a Band-Aid. So, white paint. Straight across. Okay. Long line. Short line. And connect it. There we go. Woo woo! We got an egg, everybody. Oh yeah. Now if I play with it, hopefully, as I fill it in, we're going to keep the shape of the egg. Hopefully. Alright, because you want this to be on the little larger side because his nose has to fit in front of it. Alright, so I'm going to make this a little bigger. So, long line, short line. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so his nose can fit on it, but we're going to try to keep it the shape of an egg. Alright, it's just like a hold your breath moment. Can Eve turn around and actually make an egg shape? I don't know. We're going to find out. Alright, there we go. There we go. I think we have an egg, people. And I think it stayed an egg the bigger I made it. No, wait. Oh, nope. This part has to be a little more narrow. Alright. That's a little better than the original. Alright, tell me to stop playing with it. Leave it alone, Eve. Leave it alone. Alright, one more thing. Just one more piece. Just over here. I want to make this a little bigger. Nope. There we go. Alright, leave it alone. Alright, I'm leaving it alone before I get a loaf of bread. Oh my goodness. The egg's bigger than his head. Alright. So, if you're, if this is dry, you got to add another coat of white, okay? So let's add another coat of white. And then we're into coloring, everybody. Just like that. We're into coloring. So we're going to do our another coat of white. Alright. Refix any shapes you need to fix. We're going to do our second coat here of white. So we get rid of all that background color that might be showing through. Okay, and of course I went out of my lines, but I'm not going to stress it because I'm going to be doing pieces of grass. So the grass is our friend in this painting because it's going to, you're going to be able to use it to cover any whoopsies. And notice as I'm filling this in, even if I'm filling it in with white, I'm following the direction of my shapes. Okay, I'm following the direction of my shapes with my brush strokes. Okay, and this is to get my mind ready of the curves and the shapes and the separation of all the different pieces. So even though this is all in white, for now, I'm getting myself ready for when I fill in and color this. I'm going to know which is going which way. In my head, I'm telling myself which piece is going to be which colors. Okay, so that is what we're doing. Okay, so that's what I want you to do in your little noggin. In your little noggin, I want you to turn around and start thinking to yourself, what am I going to do where? What's going to be where? How is this going to look? Like, what colors am I going to make it? Are my shapes right? Do I have to fix anything? Like, all of those little things. This is my favorite part of the painting honestly, is his little badonkadonk. It really is. It's like my favorite little piece of the painting. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so we're filling that in now. Okay, so, and coloring. You guys can do the coloring. I'm going to show you, the shading and the details you got to do on Nosey Gnome. So it looks like his body is bent in half. So I'm going to show you all of that. And, you know, you guys can color your eggs if you're waiting for me to do something. You can always color your eggs in as you're waiting for me to show you a piece of something going on. Okay, so now he is all colored in. And notice I put that line in of where my bend around is. Right there, see that? So I'm keeping that line conscious in my noggin. Alright, so second coat of white on our eggs. And now we can start coloring after we do our second coat of white on our eggs. Okay, so fill our second coat of white in on our eggs. Yeah, so doing the background first, do you have to do a lot more mapping and base coats of white? Absolutely. Does the painting look a little more clean? And your brush strokes all going the right way? Absolutely. So, but again, it's personal preference. You guys do your art any way you want to do your art. It's your art. Kelly likes to, I know Kelly, she likes to have fun. And she turns around and is a little more, I don't know how to put slap happy with your paint, I guess I call it. You know, you like to get it on there and do it this way and that sort of way and just kind of get it on there and have fun with it. That's your style. And Tina B, she likes things to be a certain way. And then you're over it before you finish with it. I love you guys, but it's the truth. And that's okay. So, because you could always go back and add the final touches in later if you want to. You know what I mean? So, Kelly's very free-flowing. Tina overthinks. That's okay, because you're brandy new, and that's how we roll. That's what happens sometimes when you're brand new in painting. It's all good. Happy Easter, Penny. Some of you are, she's not on tonight, but Lisa, she's very detail-orientated. So she goes extremely slow and likes to make sure she gets all her details in the proper places at all times. Yes, Diane, exactly. So all of you have your own little style, your own little way of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, Penny, you too. You're very detail orientated. Yep, that's true. So everybody has their own style and their own way of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so I gotta grab clean yellow because I kerplunked before to get the green. So I'm gonna grab clean yellow, and I gotta grab some clean white. I'm like zigzag zooming between all the stuff in my house right now just to get to where my paint is. So we're gonna make peach. We're gonna make peach. Okay, so peach is clean yellow, and make extra because it's very hard to match it up later on. So clean yellow, clean red, clean white, mix it all together, and you will get peach. And I'm going to add a little more white to this because it's a little dark. It's a little dark, so I'm going to add a lot more white to it. And when you make, you know, whenever you're mixing colors, make sure you mix enough, because rematching the color is tricky. That's something I do all the time. I never mix enough, but I'm pretty good at rematching colors, so it doesn't become a major issue for me. But if you're new in mixing colors and figuring out how to mix colors, make sure that you mix enough. All right, so we need his face. So we're going to put his face in. Bam, there it is. Whoop, there it is. So what colors are you guys doing? What colors are you going to do your eggs? What color is Nosey Gnome's outfit going to be? I want to know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. And if you're getting any parts in here where your background's starting to show through, that means that your white's not dry enough yet. See that? See that little piece right there? That's because that was still wet in that spot. So if that's happening to you, you got to give it a minute and let it dry. You know, I'm not going to give it a minute. I'm okay with that because I want to show you guys what to do. Now, once I have that, I'm going to turn around and grab a microscopic amount of red. Microscopic. And right here, I'm going to curl in his cheek. So there is his cute little pink cheeks. Okay, microscopic amount of red, and I'm doing the show me the hair dryer. Yes, Penny. I'm doing the show me the money. Any of you that don't know, you got to learn how to churn your brush. It's a very good tool. Put your fingers together like this, like the show me the money action, right? Fill my hand with money, and then put your brush in there, and you'll learn how to churn it. Okay? If you don't know how to churn it yet, that's okay. You can just move your arm to churn it. You can do one of these and just churn the brush like this. But if you learn the curve method with moving your thumb, you're going to be able to have a lot of fun with that. Okay? So it's something that you might want to turn around and get a hold of. Alright, so I'm going to kind of going to pull my brush along the edge of my palette here because there's a lot of paint up in the other part of my brush. And then I'm going to wipe it off on my paper towel. And now I'm going to swirl tap dab him to get him nice and clean to put his nose in. It's like a dinner bell, right? Clink, 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 clink. Alright, so more peach. And right in here is going to be his Nosey Gnome. There it is. Shoop. There it is. There's our nose for our nosy gnome. There he is. And if your cheeks overlapped a little bit, since it's still wet, it's okay. You can just pull his nose right over the top of it to get that curve down. So if you put the nose in and it's kind of overlapping where you place the cheeks, that's okay. Just pull the nose through it and you'll be fine. So there's that. And then we need the little peach circles for his hands. So we're going to put one hand over here. One hand over here. And then we're going to put the other hand over here. Now, obviously, it'd be easier if I painted my egg the color of the egg first. Obviously, that would be easier. So, for those of you that are doing this, if you want to, before you start all of Nosey's face, you can paint your egg in first. So, that's up to you. Alright, I'm just going to grab Mini-Me. And my egg is purple, so I'm going to grab blue. And I'm going to grab red. And I'm going to grab white. Blue, red, and white. Make a purple. And I'm grabbing Mini-Me. And I'm going to come in here and fix my lines. So, can you do the egg first? Absolutely. Is it easier? Probably. And did I do it second? Yes, because I want to fix these edges. I want to fix these edges where his cheeks are. So I want those to be nice and clean. So I'm going to fix the edges where his cheeks are. And see how I went over the hand here a bit? That's okay. I can just make his hand smaller. I can just make his hand smaller. It's not a big deal. So, and then I just have to make sure I make it smaller on this side. Okay, and I'm going to fill this all in. And this way I get the nice crisp edges. And this is all just because of time, guys. If I was doing this on my own and had extra time, I would, hi Donna! Late to the party, had a hard week. Prayers to Donna again, guys. We had 3 Donnas in the house tonight. We got Donna cubed. Donna cubes going on. You are always, well wishes and prayers, sweetheart. I hope, everything works out. So, I just made his hands a little bit smaller, and, you know, you guys can definitely color your egg in first if you want to, and then put Nosey Gnome's features on top of it. You know, if you're going to do certain layers, I did it second because I want to make sure these lines are crisp right here. So, it is your gnome, it is your egg. Is your painting. You do it any way you want to. Any way your little heart desires. Any way you want to. And every time you see me leave, I'm grabbing more paint. So there we go. And I'm just zigzag zooming. I'm having the paint go in every sort of direction. So my paint strokes look nice and flat. I'm going to come in here, put the bottom of the egg, put that in there. Right, notice how close I'm holding my brush. I'm holding it right here so I have control. So I stay where I want to be with my coloring. And there we have the egg that he is sleeping on. Oh yeah, 6,000%. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're going to fill in our other eggs. The base colors. And then we're going to do his clothes. Then we're going to do our designs. Then we're going to finish up his details. And you guys are going to be all set. So, you know, you guys can make your eggs whatever colors you want. So I'm cleaning off Big Boy. And I always start with the lighter colors first. This way when you clean your brush, it's easier. Because if you start off with blue and then you want to use yellow, you're going to be like really like working hard and cleaning your brush. So I always try to start with the easier colors first. So in my original, this egg was yellow. Look at that. Look how bright that yellow comes out when you have the white behind it. Oh my goodness. I like it a lot. I absolutely love when the colors pop. So painting everything white, is it like, yeah, we got to paint this all white? Yes, it is. It is more time. But the way your colors pop when you do it, so awesome. Now I'm going to grab my peach. Because the one up top here was peach. And I didn't have to clean my brush. I could just grab the peach paint. Because the yellow is part of the colors that make the peach. So I didn't even have to clean my brush between grabbing the colors. See that? So, and now I just have to do a mini swirl. Because I'm going to do pink, which is the colors that are in the peach. So I literally just had to do a mini swirl tap dab. Now I'm going to grab white and red and do my pink egg, which is up here. So anyway, are you guys all ready for Easter? Any of you have the grandkids or the little ones or anything going on? Easter egg hunts, any sort of fun stuff going on? My sister went to church and I got my palms last Sunday. So she went to church and got the palms. If you guys are Catholic, who knows? Whatever faith you follow is fine with me. And now I just roll tap dab my brush and give it a good cleaning and do my blue egg. Okay, so whenever you're coloring, and guys, you guys with your craft paint, this is like the perfect thing for you because there's no blending and you want it to be a solid base color. So those of you that have the craft paint rocking and rolling, this is like the perfect little assignment for you. So blue and white, and do this egg. There we go, just slapping it on there. You hear me slapping? You hear the slapping noises? There we go. And I don't know what's on the music right now. Some sort of long commercial is playing. I can hear it. So I got to go hit the button so we get our music back. Those of you that are doing TikTok, I have a TikTok page now. So if you have TikTok, make sure I've been posting the links on my Facebook page. So those of you, you know, give me a follow. And because I'm doing... Oh, you're having your baskets blessed tomorrow? That is so awesome, Carolyn. And you're going to do the First Communion and you dress up like the Easter Bunny? Oh my God, Penny, that is so awesome. That is like hysterical. I love it. You got to send me a picture of you as the Easter Bunny. I gotta see that. That would be amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I am grabbing myself a seltzer here. That sounds so fun. And now we're going to color in Nosey Gnome's body. Oh, okay, I see it. I see it. Oh my goodness, Penny, that's hysterical. So my Nosey Gnome was yellow. So swirl, tap, dab in my brush a lot because I had the blue in it. And I'm just going to grab my clean yellow paint. And we're going to fill in his hat. And we're going to fill in his other areas. And then I'm going to show you how to shade this part so you see his leg separate from his body. Okay, so we're going to do that part. And like I said, if you're waiting on me for anything, you can decorate your eggs, color your eggs, do whatever you need to do. Okay, so we're going to color him in here. My Nosey Gnome is yellow. Maybe you guys made him pink. Maybe you made him purple. Maybe you made him black. Whatever you want to do. However colors you want your Nosey Gnome to be wearing. It's all up to you. If you're doing a darker color, if you're doing like purple or blue, do a lighter shade of it because you're going to have to show darkness in here. Alright, so if you're doing like a purple or blue or even, you know, if you're doing anything that's like a darker color, make sure that you do like a little lighter version of it because you're going to have to show dark areas in here. Unless you're just going to add a little microscopic amount of black when it comes to those areas. That's completely up to you. Okay, guys? So I just want to kind of give you a heads up that if you're picking a different color, you have a plan to show the darker areas in his body. Alright, 6,000%. I know when Kelly paints her Nosey Gnome, she makes them look a little bit different. I don't know how to explain what you do, Kelly, because I can't remember off the top of my head. I know he looks cool, though. I know he looks different. And see how that's looking a little weird right there? I'm not going to stress it because I can put grass right there. So we're not going to stress that at all. Alright, so now I'm filling in his badonkadonk. Oh yeah, the badonkadonk. Yes. And those of you that have a dark egg, if you're putting a design on it, you want to turn around and you got to do your design in white first. You got to do your design in white first and then fill in whatever color you want your design to be. So those of you that, if you have purple eggs or blue eggs or any of those darker color eggs, you want to turn around and do the do your design in white first, okay? So your colors pop. Alright, so I'm going to fill this in and I have to grab more yellow paint. And then I'm going to show you how to shade this so you can see the bend in his leg. Now see how you can kind of see it just from my brush strokes alone? That's why it's very important when you paint things, even though you're just doing the white, even though you're just mapping, you want to do the brush strokes. Because you can automatically, you could already see the shape, and I didn't even add any shading to it. So that's going to help me. That's going to guide me for when I add the shading where my lines are. So right now I'm swirl, tap, dab, and mini-me. And I'm going to turn around and grab a microscopic amount of red paint. And I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to grab yellow. And I'm going to put it over here. A lot of yellow. And I want just a darker yellow color. But I'm going to keep playing with it until I get the color that I want. So I want to add more yellow because that's too dark. Okay, so you keep... And that's what you want to do. Whatever color you need to add for it to be darker, for whatever color you made Nosey Gnome, do a test spot to make sure that it's darker than your original, but not too dark where it's going to look like it doesn't belong. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm just zigzag zooming. I'm going to come in here and do that little triangle money piece and around his leg there. And now I'm just going to zigzag zoom that to soften it out. And notice I'm not grabbing any more paint. I'm literally just moving this paint, but see me making that swooping motion? And I got globs, so I'll get rid of those. See, I'm making that sweeping motion. And you don't want to do too much because then you lose it. You basically brush it right out of where you want it. So if that happens, just put it back. Just put it back if that happens. If you wind up brushing it out of where you wanted it in the first place. And now I'm going to take Big Boy, which I didn't clean, and I'm just going to soften. I'm just going to soften where the edge is here. So yellow paint and Big Boy, and I'm just kind of going into where I put the shadow. Yellow paint, Big Boy, and I'm just softening where the shadow is meeting the rest of them. So I'm just putting the brush like this and pushing it into that shadow a little bit so all of that blends together. Okay? I'll give you a close-up so you can see what I did there. Alright. Now, I went over my line a little bit, so I'm just going to take a whole lot of yellow, and I'm just going to put that line back in, that separate line right there. Okay? Now, you see these here? See those marks? That is because my white wasn't dry from mapping him before I painted him in. So, if you make sure that your white is dry, and then you might need another coat or two, you can make that more solid. Alright, now that I have that piece in, I'm going to grab my paint, and I'm going to have Big Boy. I put him in the cup by mistake, so I got to dry him off. So I'm grabbing Mini-Me. I'm going to come over to where this leg is now. And right on top of that, I am going to put in the shade color. I'm going to wipe off my brush because I have too much paint on him. And you know what time it is. We're going to zigzag zoom. We're zigzag zooming. See that? And notice I'm sweeping in the shape of his badonkadonk. Okay, so, and then I have Big Boy on deck here. And I can just pull in and soften that even more. So that is how you do a shading. That is the trickiest part of this whole painting, guys, is to get the separation of getting it to where you can see this leg. This green line's really bothering me. Disregard that green line, but you can see the separation of that part of the leg folding over, and then the bottom part of his leg folding over that piece. Okay? So there you have it. And let's see. This is bugging me. And then you can turn around now that I'm doing this, right? There's no mistakes in art. You can turn around with some white, and you can turn around and make the part that's folding over a little brighter if you want to. So it shows up. You see, that's much better. That green line was bugging me. So all I did was grab white paint, and I'm zigzag zooming the white paint on the part that's the top part of the leg. And then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to zigzag zoom some of his knee so you can see it differently than his arm. Wipe my brush off. I'm going to zigzag zoom that in here. Add some yellow to it. There we go. Just like that. That spot's lighter than the arm. Okay. And I'm going to add some yellow. Hi, Cynthia. How you doing? Add some yellow here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of white on this part of the leg. There we go. So you can definitely see that his body is folded. Okay? Just like that. That is the trickiest part of this whole painting, guys. So I'll give you a little chance to catch up mustard, get a feel for what I was doing there. Better late than never. Cynthia's here. Hello, Cynthia. All right, so adding Cynthia to the roll call. Let's do some roll call while you guys catch up mustard. We got Who Wants a Hamburger? We got Cynthia, Tina B, Franklin, Donna, Carolyn, Diane, Kelly, Judy, Punky, Donna, Penny, Donna. We got Tree Donnas in the house tonight. Grabbing my seltzer. Grabbing that seltzer. Oh, yeah. Bonnie's here, too. Kelly wants the hamburger. Bonnie. I don't have Bonnie on here? I do not have Bonnie on here. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie. Hi, sweetheart. Sorry about that. Okay. So, now we gotta put in his foot. Let's put in his foot before we forget his foot completely. So that's just black paint. So I'm gonna grab Big Boy, and I'm gonna grab hi Bonnie. I'm gonna grab my black paint. I'm gonna come over here, and you want to give him a little bit of a heel. Whoop, there's his heel. And we're going to give him a little bit of a foot here. It's going to hide behind this egg because it's close together, which is fine. So you want to give Nosey his foots, his little foots. You had a cheeseburger for dinner? Oh, that sounds good, Cynthia. All right, so we're going to do his little foots. I'm telling you, anybody that watches our replays probably like are so hungry by the time they're done watching our replays because we talk about food a lot. But food's awesome. Food's awesome. So we got his little foots in there. Very important to give our Nosey Gnome his foots. Okay. Details of his face. Let's do the details of his face. Yes. So we're going to grab Mini-Me. We're going to grab Mini-Me. And we're going to grab some white paint. Mini-Me, white paint. And we got his hair coming out, right? Flicka-flickas. Flicka-flickas. Flick, 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 flick. Hey, so Kelly, how awesome is it that when I grab a brush, you get to actually grab the brush I'm talking about because you have the brush set, right? It's probably really cool now that I'm thinking about it, right? Because you can just grab the exact brush that I'm talking about. There we go. Flicka, flicka, flicka with Mini-Me. Alright? And yeah, right? I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about, you know, like me grabbing my brush and having a certain name to it. And thank you, sweetheart. You love this set. And what you guys wind up grabbing to follow along, you know, because you guys are kind of left on your own devices to get your own brushes. And I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder, you know, I tell everybody what I'm using, but on your side, it must be a little tricky to match up some of the... You love your brush set. Awesome. I only have a couple left. I got to restock so I can... That's why I really haven't been advertising them. I got to restock. I think I only have like 3 left. So I can turn around and start promoting them again. what's really cool is that it's the only brushes I use for every single party. So that's the cool part. You know, I'm really, really glad that I stuck to the same scope of supplies for every single video. It makes it so much easier for you guys to know what's going on and to know what you need for every party that we're doing. You know, you don't have to worry about, do I have the colors? Do I have the brushes? Do I have this for every single video? You've got everything already. You're already ready already. Tiny. Tiny. We're going to find the center of his head. Find our center. And I'm just doing little spiky squiggly things. That's all I'm doing. Little spiky squiggly things. So, I'm not going to turn around and decorate all the eggs with you guys tonight. You know, you guys can decorate your eggs any way you want to. Knowing Kelly, she probably has her designs on her eggs already. And I'm going to go back to Mini-Me to fill this in. So, you know, whatever, however you decide to decorate your eggs. And, you know, just remember that if you have an egg that's a darker color, you want to do your design in white first. And then once that dries, fill that in. Okay. So, oh, you're a watcher tonight. Alright. Okay, so my Nosey Gnome has gray hair, so I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of black. I'm going to do a little dab. She's a watcher tonight. I'm going to do a little dab. And I'm going to do flickas with the gray, okay? Because my Nosey Gnome is a salt and pepper kind of guy with his hair. So now that I have this in white, I'm just going to flicka. You didn't get set up in time. That's okay, sweetheart. It's all good. No worries. And I don't notice I just did that little dab because when I do the flickas, I want the separation of color being there so I don't overmix it. I literally put my brush in white, smush, black, smush, little smush, and that's it. Because then when I do the flick, I'm going to get, see all that separation of color in there? And I didn't even do anything to do that. I didn't have to work at that. And if you leave it alone and keep it moving, stick and move, you will turn around and have that happen for you. If you keep messing with it, it's going to disappear though. See how down here it's not as separated as up there? So sometimes you have to refill your brush and sometimes you have to leave it alone, like 1 or 2 swipes more, and then that's it. And now we got to color in his hair. So we're going to color in his hair. Just like that. And so all we have left to do is his little sleepy eyes. And I'm going to show you how to do the grass. And the grass is your friend. The grass is your friend so you can turn around and hide anything that's weird. Okay, so everybody say it together. Grass is my friend. Grass is my friend. Let me show you the grass on here. And I'm going to tell you, honestly, it took me a very long time to figure out how to paint this grass. I tried like 4 different things. And then I finally got it to look the way I wanted it to look. So, grass is my friend. And this is what we're going to do for the grass. So, if you have different greens, get them out. But if you don't, having your white and your blue, and we're going to make different colors of green with that. And I'm going to show you how to paint it on there. And then anything that you have that looks a little odd, right? You want to decorate your eggs first before you add the grass. Okay, oops, just kicked my chair. So you want to decorate your eggs first before you add the grass. It's a little easier. So let's grab Mr. Nifty. Mr. Nifty, yes! How many of you guys got Nifties, right? Nifty is the man. So I'm going to grab my black paint. I'm going to make sure it's nice and smooth and not goopy. If it's a little goopy, add a little bit of water. And above his cheeks, on either side of his hair, we're going to do, whoop, there he is, sleepy face. And I'm going to come over here and shoop, another sleepy face. There he is, his little sleepy eyes. His little sleepy eyes. Okay, so we're going to do our grass. So I'm going to get some more blue paint. So I got something to work with here. I already kerplunked my yellow. So my yellow has blue in it already. So that's going to help our our process here. Okay, and you want to swirl tap that big boy. You want to make sure he's nice and clean and not goopy. Hello, Gracie. Nifty's is my friend. Yes, Bonnie. Hi, Gracie. Nope, you're going to be fine, Gracie. It's not that hard. You are going to be fine with the grass. It'll be all good. Nifty is my friend. That's right. So, you want to have blue, white, and yellow paint. And you want to make sure your big boy is nice and clean and flat. Oh, I'm getting tested now. All right, Gracie, I hope I make you proud. We're going to see how I do grass. All right. I hope I make you proud, hon. All right. So, nice and clean. And see how I'm pulling them on my paper towel? Nice and flat. So, you want to start off with dark greens first. Dark greens first. So, I'm going to add a little dab of white. Just a little dab. Then I'm going to grab my blue. I'm going to do a little push here. Then I'm going to grab my yellow, which is already dirty. Instruct us. Okay. And it's already dirty. And I have a nice dark green going on there. So you want to do your dark greens first. And you're literally just going to pull upwards. Let's do it in my yucky spot right here. So I'm going to pull upwards. That's it. Okay, and you want to start with your darks. Okay, and it's okay, you know, if you press a little harder, you're not going to get more paint out of your brush, but you will get these little fringy things, which is fine in grass. Sometimes pressing a little harder is a no-no, but as you're doing grass, it's fine. If you want to do it a fast way and turn your brush this way, you can get little flicks like this, and then I turn my brush around and I pull out from those little horizontal flicks. Okay, so you want to do these darker pieces. I'm just re-dabbing my brush into all those colors. Microscopic amount of white, more yellow and more blue. I'm going to come over here to where his egg is, and we're going to put some pieces here. Okay, so you want to start with your darker colors, and like I said, turning your brush and sweeping your brush and getting all of these fun things, these little swoops and stuff, pressing harder with your brush. It's all golden when you're doing grass. If you want these nice thin little pieces though, every once in a while you got to take your brush and flatten them out. Okay, so if you want those thin little pieces, like the ones that are sticking up over here over his hat, then you want to put your brush back down to being nice and flat. Once you have these darker pieces in for yourself, and you're just going to go around your eggs, in front of your eggs, however you want this to be. It's your grass. Okay, so you want to just add this all in. Just adding it all in. Now I'm just pushing color into here. I'm not stressing this part. I'm just pushing some colors into there. So now I'm wiping off my brush to get them nice and flat again. Now you want to add your lighter pieces. So I'm going to grab my blue and I'm going to grab my yellow and I'm going to make sure it's more yellow. And I'm going to grab some white. And I'm going to dab over here. Right? Yellow. A lot of yellow, a lot of blue. A lot of yellow, a little bit of blue, and some white. See that? I'm going to wipe my brush off. And then you're going to go over your darker pieces. Here, there, not everywhere. So you don't lose that dark in the background. And I'm going to do the same thing. I am just going to pull upwards with my brush. And you don't have to worry about dry time too much, because if this mixes with some of the dark, it's perfectly fine. But once you have something like this, leave it alone. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in. I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. I'm going to grab my darker color. And I'm going to turn around in here, and I'm just going to add a few more darker pieces. That's it. And then you leave it alone. Alright? So I just told you a lot in a little bit of time, so I'll say it again. You want to start off, we'll do this little side over here. You want to start off with your darker color. So, a lot of blue. A little dunk of yellow. Dab over here. A microscopic amount of white. Dab over here. Make sure I have a nice dark green color. Don't over mix it though. Kerplunk, kerplunk, smash, smash. Leave it alone. See all the separation of the colors on my brush? You want that. That is your friend. You're going to turn around and you're just going to shoop, 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 shoop. Just flicking upwards. Here, there. Not everywhere. You're just going to flick all these darker pieces. And then you can have some going over your egg. And I'm just going like this. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Alright. Once I have that, I'm going to wipe my brush nice and flat again. And I'm going to turn around and grab my lighter color. Whole lot of yellow. Right? Messy. It's okay. Whole lot of yellow. A little bit of white. Doot, doot. Dab, dab. Colors are all separate on here. It's so cool. And then go back in. And then you flick your lighter pieces. And that's it, guys. And then once you flick those, here, there, not everywhere. Here, there, not everywhere. Notice I'm jumping around. Once you do those, you can wipe your brush again, nice and flat. Grab your darker color. And go in with, if you have any spot that seems like there's a lot of light or colors and nothing dark, you just go in and flick a darker one. Like right here. A lot of light pieces, no dark ones. Flick a darker one. Just like that. And that, my friends, my fam, is how you do the grass. Okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, there's a saying. We got another saying, guys. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, I'm writing it down. So, that is all I have to show you for tonight, because you guys can decorate your own eggs. You know how to do your grass. If you want to do, I'll show you one more thing with grass. If you want like a money piece, if you want like a piece that's just a certain way and it's your money piece, let's see if I have one on here. Okay, so like those three were my money pieces right there. You can turn around, and I added more white. I added more white to my lighter green. Okay, so it's really, really, really light. And you can do a slow pull. So, you just put your brush on here. You'll hold it straight up against your canvas. You hold your brush back here a little bit. Notice it's on the thin side. And you can do a slow pull to make a money piece. Just like that. And then you do a little, that went right into his nose. And you just pull. And you do a little flick at the end. Flick. Like that. So if you want to do a few money pieces, that's how you do your money pieces. Okay? Just like that. Pull. And then do the flick, flick, right at the end. Okay? So if you want a few of your pieces in there that are really prominent, hold it up, hold your brush back here, hold it straight onto your canvas, and pull, then flick. And that's it, guys. That's how you do that. I told you, the grass is fun. It's fun, it's easy, and you get all these separation of colors. You don't have to work hard at it. You can get your few money pieces in there. You don't have to work hard on that. And we have Nosey Gnome Easter style. Yes! We did it, fam. We did it. So, any of you watching the replay, if you ever have any questions for me, 6,000%, message me. Private message me. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Is a message through Facebook. I want to thank Cynthia, Tina, Franklin, Donna. I hope your eye feels better. Carolyn, Diane, Kelly, Judy, Punky, Donna, Penny, Donna Cubed, Bonnie, Gracie, for joining me tonight. Donna, well wishes for your husband and yourself, my dear. And thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Thank you, fam. Stars isn't enabled because I don't know what it's doing. So, please, if you'd like to keep the lights on, send support. If you're enjoying my videos, if you're learning stuff, and then thank you, Donna, and if you're having fun creating, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, links are on the event page. And thank you, guys. This was good. I needed this. I needed a little downtime before getting all this stuff ready for the show tomorrow. So thank you, fam. Thank you for coming and painting with me tonight. And I hope you have fun with your little nosy gnome who fell asleep in the grass. And I hope your eggs come out looking like eggs. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Much success at your show tomorrow. Happy Easter. Yes, happy Easter, everybody. You know, have fun. Stay safe, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Happy Easter, Diane. Yes, happy Easter, everybody. Happy holiday, and hopefully you have nice weather, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. My art show is at the historical Strand Theater in Lakewood, New Jersey, Gracie. So it is a gorgeous venue, and it's going to be a lot of my friends that do poetry, and my friends that do music, and my friends that do art. So it should be a wonderful day. I'm very excited. I have to get up a little early, so hopefully that works out. Good night, Tina B. Thank you so much for the well wishes, and happy Easter, my love. Everybody, Tina B made this painting of a bird and a nest and a tree, and she fluffed and she niftied and she did her branches, and it is so super cute. So, Tina B, if you want to share that to the event page so people can check it out, I highly recommend it because it came out adorable. So, if you guys are ever creating anything at home and you need my help, just ask me. Kind of far for a holiday weekend. Absolutely, Gracie. Yes, I will keep you posted on my shows that I'm doing. I will keep you guys posted. I have a few coming up, so cute, right, Gloria? So, Gracie, I hope you liked my demo of painting grass. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodnight, guys. So, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Awesome, Gracie. And, have fun and go create, okay? Y'all warm my heart. Night.